You walk into an electronics store in 2025 thinking you're just here for a TV, but what stares back at you isn't a screen. It's surveillance in sleek, shining armor. Rows of ultra-thin, ultra-bright TVs beam like glass sentinels, watching your every move, every hesitation. Their pixel eyes glint. A salesman glides over, too fast, too friendly. He doesn't ask what you watch. He asks what you stream. You say Netflix. He says smart TV. That smart isn't about the TV. It's about watching you. Every year, homes get smarter. Fridges remember what you forgot. Speakers answer questions you never asked. And TVs, they're watching. But this year feels different. The screen on your wall isn't just a window to stories anymore. It's a window into you. Your habits, your voice, your silence. That spontaneous weeknight rerun recorded. That paused argument where your raised voice was flagged. This is the untold story of the new age screens. The ones that know when you're home, what you're watching, even how long you stare before changing it. They don't just connect to the internet, they collect. In the gentle quiet of a Sunday morning kitchen, a kettle whistles, steam curls in sunlight, a toddler tugs at her socks on the rug, the pan hisses, coffee brews. In the background, the living room TV murmurs softly. Skipped ads, gesture controls, flicked idly. She's not watching, but someone is watching her. This isn't sci-fi paranoia, it's default settings. You didn't sign into surveillance, you signed into terms and conditions. And some of the worst offenders aren't unknown knockoffs or shady imports, they're household names. Let me show you. Samsung's 2023 smart TVs came with ads built into the home screen. Imagine buying a product and still being sold to every time you turn it on. They collect viewing habits, viewing time, click behavior, even how you navigate their menus. Sure, some of it helps with recommendations, but much of it helps others profit from you. Sony is better, but not blameless. Certain models auto-enable voice recognition and app integrations, quietly folding your behavior into third-party analytics. And LG made headlines, not for picture quality, but for sending data on channel switching, volume changes, even USB file names, all without asking, until public backlash forced an update. Apologies were offered, reversals were not. But here's the real twist. It's not only the data you willingly share, it's the data the screen collects on its own. Welcome to ACR, Automatic Content Recognition. Built into many smart TVs, it watches everything you watch, even the quiet 2 a.m. rabbit hole you thought was private. A CR fingerprints every frame. Cable, Blu-ray, streaming someone else's login, the TV knows, and companies team up with ad agencies, insurance firms, and more, turning your screen time into sale items. You aren't just the viewer, you're the product. A golden retriever sprawls on the carpet, half asleep in the warm afternoon light. Cartoons flicker softly in the background. The remote lies under a blanket, or maybe beneath the baby's toy truck that quietly rolled under the TV stand last Thursday. Peaceful, right? Thumb scrolling through apps feels like nothing, but to your smart TV, it means everything. Idle time, interface flow, click heat maps, micro interaction reports, it sees it all, even when you don't. And here's the thing, they don't have to spy. They choose to because spying is profitable. Targeted ads earn more. Behavioral profiles sell stronger. Data is oil, and the television is the drill. You might think, so what? I have nothing to hide. But that's not the point. This isn't about hiding secrets. It's about controlling space. Your living room, your time, your attention. Your home used to be off-grid, now it's an input channel. And if you don't opt out, you're opted in automatically, quietly, every time the screen lights up. So what can you do? Disable ACR. Most smart TVs bury it 3 menus deep. They never mention it during setup. You have to hunt it down. On Samsung, turn off viewing information services. On LG, dig through Live Plus. On Sony, well, good luck. Even the most privacy-conscious brands don't make it obvious. Why? Because turning it off cuts the gold stream. Your preferences, weaknesses, late-night binge triggers. It's not about what you like, it's about how likely you are to act on what you see. That's what advertisers pay for. Let that sink in. Yet, people keep buying newer models because the picture is sharper, because the audio thunders, because it's thin enough to disappear into the wall. We chase features, they harvest feedback. You weren't choosing a TV, you were choosing a data pipeline, and they know you'll turn it on tomorrow. Comfort always outweighs effort. So how did we get here? How did the TV, once wheeled into classrooms to escape homework, once playing VHS tapes and Sunday cartoons, become the thing that studies us back? When did the screen stop being passive? Maybe it started the moment we asked it to listen. Hey TV, turn up the volume. Skip intro, voice commands. Convenient, but always on. No one tells you the mic rarely truly powers down. Quiet, yes, but off? Rarely. And when it listens, it doesn't just hear. It analyzes accents, tones, keyword triggers. Some TVs forward recordings to cloud servers run by third-party voice software, companies you never chose, names buried behind checkboxes labeled "Improve your experience." That's the new lie, the upgraded version of ignore it and click next. But ask yourself, whose experience is it really improving? Here's a real story. A couple bought a new smart TV, they connected it, enabled voice, selected their favorite streaming apps. 3 weeks later, oddly specific ads began appearing. She had searched prenatal yoga on her phone. He whispered organic crib ideas at dinner. Never typed, never searched, and still the TV listened. Phones weren't the only ears in the room anymore. The TV was quietly building relevancy, tracking not just what they watched, but who they were becoming. Father, mother, new market segment. Surprised? You shouldn't be, because behind every personalized ad is a chilling record of your personal life. But this isn't about paranoia. It's about permission. It's about how often we give it away without reading, without asking, without thinking. You press accept all just to skip ahead, and suddenly your living room is an open journal available to advertisers, data brokers, unknown bidders. And some of these companies, they don't even make TVs. They make profilers, retailers, pharmacy chains, insurance agents, all getting custom feeds, all slicing up your screen time into dollar signs, a blurry fingerprint on the remote, greasy popcorn smudges on the edge of the bezel, 2 socks abandoned in front of the stand. This is what real households look like. Not the pristine showroom demos, not the glossy video loops showing fake families enjoying fake moments. Real homes are messy, human, and in that mess is something sacred, something worth protecting. Because privacy isn't a feature. It's the right to simply exist without being studied. But smart TVs weren't designed with that in mind. They were designed to stay useful even when you're not even watching. TVs now track channel behavior, average viewing time, app usage frequency, rewind moments. Yes, seriously. Mute patterns on ads, navigation, hesitations, and sometimes who's sitting in front of them. Facial recognition is already being tested by some brands overseas. Not in dystopia. In beta, you'll hear defenses like, "It's anonymized, it's just for feedback loops, it helps improve recommendations." But aggregated data often becomes behavioral models. And models don't stay abstract forever. They become decisions. Decisions about what prices to show you, which political ads to push to your household, whether you fall into a likely to upgrade income group or low engagement zone. And that's the quiet horror. Not that it sees you, but that it sorts you. Categories, segments, lines drawn from your living room light. Let's pause here because it's easy to get lost in the shadow. Let's talk solutions. Let's talk control. Start with basics. Don't connect to Wi-Fi unless you need to. No internet, no phone home. Your TV is just a screen again. Disable ACR in the settings. It's buried, but worth the dig. Turn off voice wake up. You can still use the remote mic. That button is your boundary. Read terms before every update. Yes, it's a wall of text, but it's your wall. Use streaming sticks like Apple TV or Fire Stick. If you control the input, you control the data flow. And if that all sounds like a lot, it is because they want it to feel exhausting. That's part of the system fatigue. Make privacy feel like a chore. And most will give up halfway, but not you. Not anymore. A quiet montage unfolds. A man laughing at the same sitcom rerun for the 15th time, remote resting on his stomach. A teen curled up in the dark, hoodie over her head, eyes glued to the screen. Outside, a storm rages while a family huddles under a blanket, watching a movie. The TV hums softly even when no one's in the room. Light flickers against empty furniture. These are the moments we never question because the screen has always been there. Dependable, soothing, familiar. But maybe it's time to ask, is it watching us back? What's truly unsettling isn't what the TV sees, it's what it will remember. The modern screen never forgets. Not when it's connected, not when it's always on, not when updates quietly arrive overnight. Adding switches you never agreed to. You think you own it, but in many ways, it owns you. Soft music drifts in, minor notes pulsing gently. The next time the boot screen glows and the app's autoplay, pause, look into it, it's already looking into you, because it was never about picture quality, never about design, it was about presence, and how that presence became permission without you even noticing. Technology got smarter, the user got quieter, until the device that once told stories started writing its own. They want one that's smart enough to work. Before you go, hit subscribe. We don't just review, we expose. From hidden failures to the tricks brands hope you'll never notice. Join thousands of smart shoppers and remember, a brighter screen shouldn't cost you the truth.